Everybody, Jeff, your executive gardener. Hope you're having a good one. Hey, let me give you an update. I transplanted the seedlings. They're looking a little droopy, but I'll show you a little bit what's going on inside in my seed starting, and then show you some of the other stuff as well. Hold tight. All right, let's start with the pepper plant. So I transplanted some of these just a few hours ago. You can see they're kind of droopy. I have another light set up here that I'm putting them under. So I've got, you'll see here, one tomato, and then the rest are Jimmy Nardello and Shishito. So I'm going to turn the light out. When you transplant these things, they tend to get droopy for a day or two, and they come back. So I'm hoping they do. They always have in the past. We'll see what happens. As you'll see, the tomato a little bit tougher and coming back immediately. But there's some transplant shock. Now, one of the issues I think when you have these Orta seed starters is they're not easy to transplant things with. So you'll see in one of these what I did, let me pull these out for you, is the following. So you'll see for some reason some of my Mohawk peppers are not coming up, and my my Cuban L peppers are not coming up yet. However, the red skin peppers, which you see right there, are starting to come up. So I don't know if I got bad Mohawk or bad Cuban L seeds, but you'll see the tomatoes are starting to do nicely. So they're doing well. Just to make sure and to provide some insurance for myself, because I don't want to run out of time, I'm going to replant the Cuban L and Mohawk peppers here, as you'll see, just to make sure that I do have a crop of Cuban L and Mohawk peppers. So these will be 10, 12 days behind these, but these haven't germinated for whatever reason. So sometimes pepper seeds can be finicky. All the same setup with the heat map and so forth. Let's go over here and take a look at the lettuce. As you'll see, the black-seeded Simpson lettuce is doing dynamite. I've actually cut off a ton of that so far. And it just keeps growing. Again, lettuce is cut and come again. The aerogarden's doing very well. As you start to see, the romaine lettuce is starting to come up nicely. I would tell you this black-seeded lettuce, Simpson-seeded lettuce, I grew some outside and I grew some inside. And the inside aeroponic version is so soft, so full of water, less tough. So I don't think I'm going to grow this lettuce outside anymore. It just seems to do much better inside. Again, same beautiful, vibrant color we're looking at with the romaine lettuce. And I do have 3 pods there. Okay, so the aerogarden's doing very well again. Let me show you some other stuff. All right, so take a look at the spinach. I cut this spinach a few days ago. Look at these leaves. These came from my green stalk garden, just beautiful. So what I'm going to do here, people always say I never show application, so I'm making an omelet. So I'll take that green spinach and put it in the omelet as such, and man, that looks good. You do not get that at your IHOP, Denny's, or whatever, First Watch, wherever you go. When you grow your own spinach, it's great stuff. Now, that's the healthy stuff. I'm going to add some ham, cheese, and some other stuff on top. But that's pure application. We take it right from the garden right into an omelet. So I use my vegetables immediate. I pick them right away. They're fresh, and it makes everything taste so much better. I got a ton of spinach. Let me head outside in a second. Let's show you what's happening outside in the garden. All right, here we are. Let's take a look. There's the final product. Grab yourself a fork. One beautiful omelet, ham, cheese, and spinach from the garden. Grab yourself a fork. Go ahead. Anyway, next I want to show you is this. We just, it's getting cold here in Houston, and we took all these limes, these Meyer lemons off the tree, and they're gone. So that's the last of the lemons. You have to take your lemons off the tree so the lemons can prepare to put flowers on in a few months and get the energy to do that. So great lemons. We're going to be making lemon cookies, lemonade, lemon pancakes, lemon everything. So let's take you outside and give you a look of some of the stuff that's going on outside. Go for a walk with me, why don't you? All right. So let's get here and I'll show you where those lemons came from. So this is a tree. This tree, this small little tree, as I showed you last episode, ignore the pool in the background, has given off us about 45 or 50 lemons, okay? We're going to have to prune this up a little bit for next season, but she's a dandy. She's doing a great job. Let's take a walk. If you want to go for a swim, it's about 40, 50 degrees today. Help yourself. Anyway, the green stalk garden continuing to go well. This is, I just cut the spinach off there. That's where you saw the spinach come from. On top of that, we got some more spinach. Anybody lives next to me, stop by. I'll give you some lettuce. This is the black-seeded Simpson lettuce. Just great, but you can just kind of tell from the texture compared to the one upstairs. It's a lot more coarse. And you can see I'm actually getting heads here. If you're a neighbor, you want to stop by and pick some up here in Houston, let me know. Just kidding, I'll probably give it away to everybody else. Romaine lettuce, that's continuing to go well. Oranges are continuing to grow. And everything back here is continuing to grow. Each of these, and you saw this last week, the broccoli heads are getting bigger, bigger, bigger. Broccolini, broccoli. That one got so big I had to cut it off. It was the size of 3 softballs. Anyway, other stuff continues to grow. Radishes continue to grow, and the potted broccoli continues to grow. Let's have a look. Let's go over here. More broccoli, more Brussels sprouts, etc. So this is a lime tree. I had to cut it back. I didn't get it out of the frost early enough, so what I had to do now is I need to cut it back, but it's still alive. As you'll see, part of it died last year, and this is dead as a doornail. Okay, so that's what it is. Right there, you'll see, it's kind of interesting. This is my apple tree. If you live in Houston, get yourself an apple tree. It's got to be the right apple tree, either Dorset or Golden or Anna apple. You can see here, for some reason, it's starting to bud early, which I'm a little bit concerned about. But this is a 2-in-1 apple tree, which should give us a ton of apples this year. And I do have 2 nectarine trees in the back. They have not, for whatever reason, produced many nectarines. So if they do not produce, and again, these are supposed to be dwarf nectarine trees. These are 15 to 18 feet tall. Nothing, and I mean nothing, is dwarf in Texas. Everything grows uber big, and there's another dwarf one back there. That's about 20, 25 feet tall. Lastly, we do have a dwarf, again, dwarf being 12 feet tall, lime tree here that's produced tons of limes, and that's all picked. So that's what I have so far. Weather's about 50, 60 degrees here in Houston, Texas. I'll keep you updated. Again, earlier you saw my seedlings from my peppers. Hopefully they'll come back. They should. They've always have done that in the past. That's all I have for you folks. Until next time, Jeff, your executive gardener, I'm going to go enjoy my omelet. Bye now.